is a very interesting story about a cat who cooked meals for her baby lion cubs. In the savannah of Tanzania, there was a lion pride with many members. The pride had a queen and 4 adult males, but no one knew where she gave birth to her cubs. That's because she always left the pride to give birth alone in a cave. One day, a young male lion left his pride to explore new territories. On his way, he found a cave where he heard some meows. The cave was dark, so he couldn't see anything, but he could hear a female cat meowing and 4 tiny voices responding to her. Curious, he went closer and meowed to get their attention. A big brown cat came out of the shadows and hissed at him. "Who are you and what do you want?" she asked fiercely. The young male was taken aback by her ferocity. "I'm just a young male lion looking for a new pride to join. Are you the only one here?" he asked cautiously. "Yes, I'm the only one here. Now leave before I make you leave," she said, warning him. He backed away slowly and turned to leave. Suddenly, one of the cubs came out of the cave. He wanted to play with the young lion, so he pounced on him. The two tumbled over each other in a playful fight until the brown cat shouted, "Keto, come back here right now." Keto immediately stopped playing and went back into the cave. The brown cat glared at the young lion. "You're not welcome here. This is my home and my pride," she said. "But you look like a lioness. Why don't you live with a lion pride instead of hiding in a cave?" he asked. "I used to, but they weren't good parents, so I left and started my own pride. Now leave before I call the hyenas to take care of you," she said, pretending to be fierce. The truth was she wasn't just any cat. She was a wild cat, a mother of 4 cubs, and she was fiercely protective of her children. She had left the pride to give birth in peace. Unfortunately, there were people and other animals who wanted her cubs for themselves, so she spent her days teaching them how to hunt and her nights keeping them safe in the cave. She had named them Kuz, Keto, Jabali, and Malika. Kuz was the biggest and bravest. Keto was the smallest but smartest. Jabali was fluffy and loved to play, and Malika was curious and always got into trouble. As the sun set, she told them, "Tonight we will eat zebra. I saw a herd near the river. We can catch one and bring it back here for dinner," she said. "Yay, zebra!" the cubs shouted excitedly. After the hunt, the lioness returned to the cave with a zebra carcass in her mouth. The cubs were so happy they rubbed against her legs purring. "Mom, you're the best hunter ever," Kui said proudly. "Thank you, sweetheart," she purred. That night, they ate their fill and then snuggled together for warmth. The wild cat was a loving mother, but she also taught her cubs to be strong and independent. "Don't rely on anyone but yourself," she told them. "The world is full of dangers and you need to be prepared." The cubs nodded, but they knew their mother would always be there to protect them. As the years passed, the cubs grew bigger and stronger. They learned how to hunt and live in the wild from their mother. One day, a hyena approached the cave. "Where are the cubs? I want to take them to the hyena clan," she said. The wild cat stood in front of her cubs, growling fiercely. "Never!" she shouted. The hyena laughed, but the wild cat was too protective to be intimidated. She fought bravely, but the hyena was bigger and stronger. Just when the wildcat thought she couldn't go on, the cubs came to her rescue. They attacked the hyena, biting and scratching until she ran away. The wildcat was proud of her cubs. They had grown into strong and brave lions, just like her. From that day on, the hyenas never bothered them again. As the sun set, the lions returned to the cave. The wildcat was happy to see her cubs safe and sound. "I'm so glad you're okay," she purred. "We're fine, Mom," Jabari said, nuzzling her. "You don't have to worry about us," she smiled, knowing that her cubs were ready to face the world on their own. But she would always be there for them, no matter what.